Hi. Today we're talking about the negative noise running through your mind and why your brain creates it. Hint, it's a big liar face. If your brain spends the majority of its time telling you that you're not good enough, you're behind, or that everyone else has it figured out, today's episode is for you. Turns out you don't have to believe every thought your brain offers you, but that's easier said than done for sure. So today we'll give you 3 simple ways to change it. Welcome to the Burnout Boundaries and Finding Alignment podcast. I'm Dana Clark, a certified professional coach who works with purpose-driven humans navigating burnout, business alignment, big decisions, or just simply wanting more for themselves in their life and their work. And today I'm here with my friend and colleague, Annie. Tell us about yourself, Annie.
Hi, Dana. I'm Annie Kipp, and I work with high achievers and leaders who have reached a level of professional success where they are now running into kind of getting in their own way and need to do some personal development work in order to continue that success, both in their personal and professional lives. So I'm excited about this topic, Dana. Give us the premise of what you are saying here.
Well, what I'm talking about is that we have a dangerous neighborhood that we should never go into alone, which is our head.
You're right. I love that.
I mean, I think in coaching, we often call it the saboteur voice. We also call it, I've heard it called monkey mind, the committee, the tapes, which I think is so dated in some ways. I love to say it.
Tapes. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
But it's that voice in your head that is, I mean, it depends on who you are, but pretty consistently telling you varying things. You're not enough. You're not ready. Everyone else already has it figured out. Why don't you? All of these messages, right? That really, in general, all of those messages hold you back from something.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I think it's really useful to know that it's a liar, right? I mean, I don't know how else to say it.
But how do you know? I mean, mine is constantly saying, let's think again. Let's do this whole process again so you're sure. Like,
Yes.
Maybe you should rethink that. And so that to me sounds like a reasonable thing to say. Like, okay, I don't want to be wrong, so I guess I'll do that.
Well, my question might be to you then, in service to what? Like, what is that serving?
Yeah.
Or even who is that serving?
Interesting. Yeah.
Right.
Interesting. So,
because I also have I have varying voices, and I think we all do, but I do have one that's similar to that, which is like, you don't know yet. Like, I've been coaching for almost 20 years, and I still will hear a little voice that's like, maybe you should take a business 101 class, or maybe you should go assist a foundations course in coaching. Like, and I mean, refreshers are great, but like, I really have a brain that just continually tells me that I'm a beginner.
Yeah. Interesting.
Yeah.
So, yeah. So
I think some of the ways to like distinguish is that, is the voice lying? Is to ask yourself, like, in service to what? Or what are you protecting me from?
Yeah.
Are you protecting me?
Yeah.
Right.
So if I'm constantly rethinking something, then I never have to move forward, apparently. Like, that's a much safer place than moving forward and possibly going in a direction I didn't mean to go, or going towards something I don't know what the outcome will be. Of course, I can't know the future. So this is a much safer place for me to stay.
Yeah.
Where
status quo, right?
Yes.
Is safety.
Yeah. Yeah.
Change is danger. It's pretty like basic the way our brains are even wired. We talk a lot about that.
Yes.
Lizard brain, amygdala, like stay safe.
Yeah. Yeah. And that keeps going back to like even more basic is the brain's primary job is to keep us alive, just basic alive. And all the brain knows is that right now things are alive. And if we make any changes, it could lead to not alive, right? So I see what you're saying. Like we we really are, we're working with a voice in our head that has one objective, and it's not our betterment. It's not to make things
Believe
good.
it or not, it
Yeah.
might feel that way, right?
Yeah.
Because it's keeping you safe
Yeah.
in some ways,
Yeah.
but it is not for our betterment. Like, it is often to our detriment. Like, you're not making the changes you want or need to make
Yeah.
based on these messages.
Yeah. But we're alive. Like, but
We
we're
are
alive.
We are alive.
But that's not living, right? That's not
Right.
what most people would consider like thriving and growing and kind of expanding into the next thing that they want for themselves.
Exactly.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah. So the
Yeah.
message, these messages hold you back. And I think
Yeah.
that it's, one of the tips, one of the ways that is helpful to understand it is like, think about or really listen to what the messages are. Are there repetitive messages? You're not enough. You're not ready.
Mm-hmm.
You don't know that yet.
Mm-hmm.
You have to be an expert to know that.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
Mm-hmm.
whatever those are, if they're repetitive, the first clue that they are like a liar
Mm-hmm.
or they're
A
the
liar?
critic is that they're a repetitive thought.
Yeah. 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 And I guess what I hear you saying also is if it is keeping you stuck somehow, if it's not actually reasoning out a plan for moving forward, if it's keeping you stuck, it might be lying.
Yes.
It might just be like doing its lizard brain job.
It's doing its lizard brain job.
Yeah.
Like,
all right. So to know if you're lying to yourself, we're supposed to see if it is keeping the status quo.
mm-hmm.
That's one way to see.
Mm-hmm.
And then what did you say of what's it serving or what if it's repetitive?
In service to
Yeah.
what? Like, if
Yes.
it's stopping you from making a change or taking action, what is that in service to?
Yeah.
Is it in service to what you truly want or
Yeah.
where you're truly going in your life or a goal
Yeah.
you have?
Yeah.
Or is it in service to you staying exactly the same?
Yeah. Yeah.
Also known
Okay.
as safe and alive, according to
Safe and alive.
your brain, right?
Yeah. Yeah. We are safe and alive. Just sit in this chair. That's
Yeah.
safe and alive. Yeah.
And listen, sometimes these messages come from a place where it did keep you alive at some point, like they did have a clear purpose and actually worked at some point in your life,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
are no longer needed and or working for you.
Yeah. Yeah. So I could see how that would work with my thing of thinking through everything and being really vigilant. If I grew up in a household where I had to pay attention, not saying I did, but maybe I did, had to pay attention to a lot of what was going on with the adults in my life.
Yeah.
And like read the room, constantly checking to see if something was going to blow up or if someone was going to lose their temper or if someone was going to like change their mind like abruptly or blame me for something. If I grew up in a household that required me to be vigilant, then that was functional at that time to be like, okay, keep checking because I'm a kid. I got to figure this out. I got to not be unsafe.
Yeah.
And I brought that into my adult life where I don't necessarily have to be that vigilant.
No, exactly. Like, it's no longer, this is pretty intense, but like, it's no longer life or death. Like, when you're a child and you're depending on adults to feed you, to house you,
Yeah.
to nurture you,
Yeah.
it either is life or death or feels like life or death.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And so, of course, your brain creates these safe rooms for you.
Yeah. 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 It is a safe room. This is safe. Stay here.
Yeah. Stay right here. It's going to be okay.
Yeah.
Watch what's happening in the room. Take action accordingly.
Yeah.
Like this hypervigilance piece is really big for a lot of people, actually.
Yeah.
I'm glad you brought it up.
And I could see how you're a beginner is a safe room too. Like you don't know, like just stay here. It's okay. Stay little. Yeah.
Stay small. Like stay small, stay quiet.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Don't put yourself in harm's way. Like,
Mhm.
interesting. Yeah.
And I really think like a lot of people have the question like, and you even said like, how do I know? Like, how do
Yeah.
I know I'm not like getting a legitimate message from my? And it
Yeah.
really is like, is it holding you back?
Yeah.
Because if it's holding you back, it is lying to you. It is trying to keep you safe.
Yeah.
And I
Yeah.
think it might be an oversimplification, but I think it's really true in a lot of cases where it's definitely holding you back.
Yeah. So what if it were like, I mean, just playing this out, how do we know? Like, what if it is holding us back for something that's dangerous? How do we know that it's not? Like,
Mm.
what's the difference? I'm
Well,
just thinking it through for myself.
this is a whole nother, maybe a whole nother topic, but it's another tool, which is like, how do you know that it's, like, how do you know there's not danger on the other side? I think like playing it out. What might be on the other side? What is
Uh-huh.
possible on the other side? If you
Yeah.
take this action or enroll for this course
Yeah.
or break up with this person or hire this professional.
Yeah.
What is possible on the other side? And just really asking yourself that. And
Yeah.
or like, what are you afraid of? And just doing a fears list,
Yeah.
like writing all of the fears down.
Yes. Yes.
My fears list
Yeah.
usually end at, oh, I'm homeless. I live in a cardboard box. No one loves me.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
raining out. My box
Yeah.
is soggy.
Yeah.
I'm cold. Like it really is pretty intense.
I get that.
And
Yeah.
then I get to a place where I'm like, oh, that's a completely unrealistic. That's
Yeah.
actually not who I am in this world
Yeah.
or
Yeah.
where I would be, if
Yeah.
I took
A
action.
lot of stuff would have to happen to get me into the soggy cardboard box. Like, it could happen. I'm
It
not just,
could,
yeah,
maybe.
but
Yeah,
a
it
lot
could.
of things. Yeah.
But it would take so much, and taking
Yeah.
this action actually isn't gonna land me in this pretty, like, what for me would be a desperate situation or is like a big
Yeah.
fear,
And in fact, not doing the thing might land me in the cardboard box. If I didn't do something forward moving, I might end
Yeah.
up just sitting in this chair forever and end up in a cardboard box. So it's like taking the job on of vetting that voice
Mhm.
instead of just believing it as we did as a kid. We
Yes.
believed everything this voice was saying, and it did
Yeah.
function to keep us safe.
Yeah, mine often was parenting me
Yeah.
in a lot of ways.
Yeah.
So I think you also just like the ideas of vetting it, like takes me to like the first thing I would say, like kind of a first step is like get curious,
Mm,
right? About
mm,
the voice, the message. Where did
yeah.
it come from? Where did you first hear it?
Yeah.
Often it came from someone in our lives
Mm,
or a situation in our lives. Like
mm,
getting to know it, being deeply curious about it is important. I kind of will say to clients in session, I'll say, like, if you continue to kind of run away from the voice or just turn your back on the voice, meaning like you just let it run your life,
mhm.
it gets bigger and stronger. But if you turn and like face it, I
Yeah.
usually say face the monster, but you can call
Yeah.
it whatever you want. Like it actually starts to shrink in your awareness of it.
Ah.
Right.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
like, get curious, understand where it came from.
Yeah. Yeah.
Um, and even like the second thing would be like, even like name it. Like, my first work around this was in coaching school, and they
Mm.
have you name your saboteur, which is
Oh,
this
yeah.
voice, right? And mine was Bubba. And it was this like, it was the, I mean, in my mind, it was this like truck driver who was like tough, like rough and like rumble and like protecting me and like was
Hmm.
like, if you don't make any changes, you're gonna be safe, And I
Mhm.
had to like let Baba know,
Mhm.
like, lovely,
Yeah.
lovely that you're here. Also, why Baba? And lovely that you're here, and then take that third step, which is like, thanks for being here because I am
Mm.
100% sure I needed you at some point. But the
Yeah.
thing is, I don't need you now.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
know?
Yeah. Yeah. I think in my coaching, we talk about how you're the boss now. You didn't used to be the boss and now you're the boss, and you can tell Bubba, or you can tell that little person that you're in charge of inside of you, like, I've got this. I've got this,
Yes.
and your services, you're not in charge anymore.
Yeah.
Whether it's Bubba or the little person that needs to hear they're not in charge anymore.
Yeah, or like that 3-year-old version of yourself that learned like, okay, if I stay quiet, stay
Yeah.
small, and don't change anything, I'm going to be safe, and I will
Yeah.
get dinner, and I will be
Yeah.
loved.
Yeah.
Whatever version of that is, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, that hits in on like internal family systems, which I'm not a therapist, I'm not
Mhm.
an expert in, but is pretty useful to understand like where does that message come from?
Yeah.
Understand that you, adult you, integrated you, can take care of business.
Yes.
And let that part
Yes.
know I'm
Yes.
here. I got
Yeah.
you.
Yeah. And this is highlighting an interesting thing about coaching versus psychology, is that in coaching, we often do have to acknowledge where things have come from, and it helps to
Mhm.
have an awareness of yourself. You can't just move forward sometimes. There are things about your conditioning and your past that we need to work with in order to allow you to move forward.
Mhm.
Coaching is forward facing, psychology is often seen as backwards facing. So you're going to fix all the stuff and you'll be fine going forward. So we have to like kind of honor what's true about your experience and your conditioning in order for you to be able to move in the forward direction in
Yes.
coaching.
Yeah, that's kind of what I say too. It's like
Yeah.
therapy, you're going back, excavating,
Mhm.
healing, figuring out. And in
Mhm.
coaching, you're using that history and that information to inform how to best move
Yeah.
forward,
Yeah.
right? Like, and create this life that you truly
Yeah.
want
Yeah.
in that place.
Yeah.
I mean, I love clients who are doing tandem.
I do too. I have clients that have both, and they'll come and bring what they talked about in their psych sessions and use it. I've also had people, interestingly, who have done ketamine and will schedule a session with me directly after their ketamine session.
Ooh.
It's so interesting. It's so cool because,
Yeah.
I mean, it relates back to what we're talking about. This brain is just doing what it thinks is best for you in its primitive understanding of its job. And ketamine often will open up a whole other way of understanding. I'm not promoting it, or I don't have any opinion about the medical parts of this, but for clients who choose to do this on their very own, it can be really helpful to unpack what they discover about themselves and the things that they understand differently.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. You're opening like neural pathways. I mean,
Yeah.
that's the theory or the science behind it, as far as
Yeah.
I understand it. So like it's makes sense to like come to coaching and start carving in or like,
Yeah.
excavating that some
Yeah.
more, like,
Yeah.
reinforcing that pathway.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
And it helps to do it right away because that window sort of opens and then I think it closes again
Yeah.
back into the subconscious. I've heard you say this before, eavesdropping on your own mind. What does that mean to you?
Well, I think the clearest practice for that is really to, I mean, many people would say sit in meditation, but to get quiet and
Hmm.
really listen, like what am I saying? What is happening up there?
Hmm.
What's going on? What are the
Hmm.
messages?
Hmm.
In meditation, and in meditation practice, actually, you're often taught to just label the thoughts, right?
Okay.
Like planning,
Oh,
worrying,
okay. Okay.
But I think in the idea of eavesdropping, you're just listening and being like, you don't take it in as information, you don't take it in as fact, you're not taking any action based on it. You're just like, okay, what is that?
Yeah.
What's happening?
Yeah.
Like you're behind the corner listening in on like
Yeah.
what's going on.
So that's,
And then using that as the information of like, okay, here's what all of these thoughts have in common. Being curious again, like
yeah.
where did they come from? How have they served me?
Yeah. I think that deliberate practice of eavesdropping is essential because thoughts, I call them slippery thoughts because they're gone before you know it and you can't quite hold on to them sometimes. And I think it takes deliberate intention to really hear what is specifically being said.
Yeah.
in your brain. I hope you didn't hear my phone just rang. Sorry.
I didn't.
But really trying to grab onto them. Often I will tell people, write them down, because they will just go away like mist. And we want to know what your brain is saying so that we can work with it and honor it, and also decide and be at choice about what you're hearing. So eavesdropping is a great way, I think, of thinking about like listening to the quiet conversation going on in there.
Yeah. Yeah. Like listening. I don't think we even bother to know what the voice is. Sometimes it just stops us in our tracks and we don't even necessarily understand what's happening.
Yeah.
Right. Like,
or it's just this like soundtrack that we just are used to and we don't consciously pay attention to.
yes.
But it has an impact, you know?
Yeah. And then while you're eavesdropping, like listening to like, what are these questions and statements? Like, what is happening up there? Like, what are the messages? And then like one of like a great guideline would be like, would I say that to someone I loved? Like, would you say that to your best friend?
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
If you wouldn't, then it likely is a lie.
Yeah. Yeah. That's another good way of vetting out a lie, is if you wouldn't say it to somebody else.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
And if you wouldn't say it to somebody else, can you please quiet the voice?
Yeah.
Can you not say it to yourself? I
But I
don't
think-
actually believe, I just want to say some, like, be clear. Like, I don't actually believe that voice goes away. Like, I'm not, and if your voice has gone away, I want to hear from you about it. I think you turn the volume down with awareness, with some work with it. The volume gets turned down and you can hear it and maybe just faintly and thank it and move forward.
Yeah.
Right? Like,
yeah. Yeah. I think of it as making friends with it. I think it's never going away either. It's so, your brain is so powerful and so dedicated to your remaining alive that it's not going to just go away quietly. But you could make friends with it enough that you could anticipate when it's going to say something sometimes, or you could just be like, Bubba, I got it. Like, I see you, man. Thank you. But I'm good.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
I remember, I don't know if it was in, I don't know where it was, but somebody was like, yeah, send it on a tropical vacation, you know, which is totally true. And then I was like, and then it comes back rested. Like, you know, like I really will get like
ready to go.
They're like, well, then give it a pink slip, you know, lay it off.
Yeah. Yeah. But laying it off, I just don't think I don't think
you can.
I don't think you can either. I mean, maybe somebody has a different opinion. I'd love to hear it, but I think it is a well-meaning and misguided force in our lives.
Yeah. And the thought I just had is like, the more you know it, the more compassionate you can be towards yourself. Like,
yeah.
Or towards it. Like if self-compassion is not in your repertoire, then you can just be like, I hear you. Thank you. Like, I understand why you believe that to be true for me now.
Yeah.
It is not true anymore.
Yeah. And I think I'm with you on like just fighting against it only makes it stronger. Like when you're like kind of either running away from it, trying to ignore it, or like deliberately like fighting it as opposed to like confronting with confidence. Fighting something and being like, I am not listening to you is only going to make that voice stronger. It's like saying, don't think about pink elephants, you know, the more you try not to pay attention, the more you will be paying attention.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Yeah.
So, yeah, review the 3 things you were just saying.
So say like, so 3 ways to stop. It doesn't have to be done in order. It can be if you want, but like be curious. Where did it come from? What is it saying? What do the statements have in common? Did someone in your life say that to you at some point? Can you identify like the age or like where you were at and how it was actually super helpful, right?
And also, like, how did it serve at one time? Like, what was its purpose?
Yeah.
And how was it useful at some point?
Yeah. Like, I think that's really helpful to understand how it was useful.
Yeah.
And then name it, get to know it. Like you don't have to name it Bubba. I mean, you can also just identify how old is it? Like what part of
Yeah.
you is that if naming
Yeah.
it doesn't work?
Yeah. I had a client who called it little girl. She was a
Yeah.
woman and, she identified that this was her little self. And so she called her little girl. It's okay, little
Yeah.
girl. I got you. Yeah.
Yeah. So like getting to know it, letting it know that you have it, like you can take the wheel now, like you
Yeah.
no longer need it to drive.
Yeah.
Really important.
Yeah.
And
That
then
image of a 3-year-old trying to drive a car is like, that's exactly it.
I
Like,
have a client who has a vision of the fear where she's driving a bus and all her she's an oldest child of many siblings, and all the younger siblings are in the bus, but then while she's driving she realized she is like 3 years old and can't reach the
oh
brake.
no. Oh, that's
It's
horrible.
like so like
Yeah.
visceral that
Yeah.
like view.
Yeah.
Like, okay, so like how can you remind the 3-year-old that you are now an
Yeah.
adult who can reach the brake and the gas, change the gears,
Yeah.
use blinkers and wipers, like
Yeah. Yeah. That's awesome. Yeah.
and then thanking it for the job that it did. Like
Oh,
really like thank you. You did a great job. Like had I not had you when I was 6 years old, had I not had you during that time of my life,
yeah.
I am not sure actually what the outcome would have been.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah. Yeah. That is integrating to me to
Mhm.
be able to not reject that part of yourself
Yeah.
and to put it in the proper place where it belongs. As in, this is old. I appreciate what you did. It is no longer that time in my life. I am no longer that size, that person.
Yeah.
And I've also heard of giving it a new job. Like, okay, you're so vigilant. Good job on being so vigilant. Thank you for that. Now I would like you to help me keep the promises I make to myself. Like, I want you to like help encourage me in a nice way and see when I'm maybe letting myself down when I've made a commitment.
I love that.
And if you do a
Yeah.
good job, you can keep doing it. If you nag me and put me down, you're not going to get to keep that job. Yeah.
No, 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 no.
Yeah.
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 I think that's a great idea.
Yeah. Like reassignment.
Reassignment.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
So
mostly I like the thank you. That's nice.
I mean, there's so much value in being compassionate with yourself. And that's really what I think of when I
Yeah.
of thinking it. Like
But I think people need a structure like you're giving because I think it's easy to say be compassionate, stop, change the way you think about the thoughts in your head. But I think it's very hard unless people have a structure the way you're describing this
yeah.
to just do something different. Like you're giving a structure for being compassionate and putting these things in order where
Mhm.
they're not harmful anymore.
Yeah, and separating it from yourself. So it's like you aren't the problem, it's the voice that's the problem. Like it's this
Yeah.
message
Yeah.
that's the problem. And if you can kind of like separate yourself from that, I think
Yeah.
it's super helpful.
Yeah.
Some
And
space.
there's space and then there's agency that you're taking of like, where am I going to put this now? You're
Mhm.
not, I'm a victim of my voice. I'm like, okay, I need to make a choice about how this fits into my life.
Yeah,
And so I love this. I love all of it. It's a
I do
great,
too.
great structure. Thanks,
Thanks.
Dana.
Thanks. So, if you're up for it, everyone, what is one in the comments? Write down one thought that continues to repeat inside your brain. The dangerous neighborhood.
Yes.
One that you're willing or ready to or willing to abandon, thank, name, whatever it is, wherever you are in your process. If you can write it down and just like turn the volume down by having it in the comment section.
Just doing that can make a difference. Just getting
really
it out of
can.
your head. I agree.
We go right back to journaling too. Like
Yeah.
journaling.
Yeah.
But yeah. So if you're ready to take a step, write it down in the comments.
I love it.
Annie, where can people find out more about you?
I'm at anniekip.com. That's it.
Amazing.
Anytime. Yeah.
And
How
I'm
about
at
you?
loveyourlife.co.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Great. Well, thanks for being here
everybody.
today. I will.
Thanks, Annie.
All right. We'll talk soon. Bye.